Hey Spoonies, I'm going to talk pretty low because I'm in the ER right now. While laying here, I figured this would be a good subject. When's it time to go? Should you go? Should this be a doctor's appointment? How urgent is it? All that fun stuff. It's the part about my body I hate the most. Because I never know. When is it ER time? When's it doctor time? When's it just, grin and bear it time? So, yeah. I'll keep y'all updated right now. But today the ER went out. Not a happy bunny. Not a happy mousey right now. But yeah, I did manage to bring a boogie up bag, so it's a lot better than last time. My last, stint at the ER. So it has my essentials in there. I'll come back and let you guys know the diagnosis. Because, hey, in case life isn't stressful enough for a Spoonie, let's toss in some random shit. Talk to you later, Spoons. Hey, Spoonies, I'm home. Fuck my life. Just fuck my life and fuck this day. Fuck this day. So, I don't even know how to start explaining this as to why I went to the ER. But I figured this would be a good insight. I'm sorry I was so distracted at the hospital. It was just, they're in the middle, I guess, of separating the rooms or something. That hospital's not my favorite at all. Works well for Grandpa, not for me. So, I guess what I was trying to say in the first part of this is, the balancing act and the investigation side of this is, when do you go to the ER? Like, is it your body just being a dick? Is it something that you should be concerned about? Is it something that can wait until a doctor's appointment can be made? Or is this something that needs to be addressed, like, ASAP? Like, yeah. When it's not you standing there holding a severed limb, it's kind of hard to decipher with whatever your body is pulling if it's something that should be looked at immediately, as in drive your ass to the hospital or have someone drive you to the hospital. It's frustrating, and because of the stigma about Spoonies who have chronic pain, I've already at one point in a different hospital was called a drug addict until they looked at my x-rays. Man, was that ER doctor sheepish after that. So, most of us don't go to the ER when we really need to. When I had my first blood clot, that was the first thing that went through my mind. Like, oh God, if something's wrong, I'm going to be labeled a drug addict. I didn't automatically go to the worst thing. I thought, oh, hey, I pulled a muscle. It's been a while since I've been on a walker. So that's it. No. Turned out that, breathing is a necessity. And I had a blood clot in my lung. Not this time around, but back in the past. We already discussed all this if you go back to my previous videos. Which, by the way, all of them are on a playlist for y'all and in or the order they were recorded and uploaded. So, go ahead, binge watch if you wish, or don't. Ain't no hair off my ass. But this is the part that's another part of being chronically ill that is so fucking frustrating. It's like, should I go to the ER? Do I really need to go to the ER? You know, what if I go to the ER and it turns out to be nothing, and then, you know, it gets on my records that, oh, hey, I just need drugs. Nah, honey. If I wanted some drugs, especially where I was living before the fires, all I had to do was bat my eyes at my neighbor and hop the fucking fence. Would have been better drugs. Would have been less of a hassle. Okay. But, so leading into the diagnosis and why I was at the ER. In fact, I actually went back and forth on whether or not to record this entire thing, but I promised y'all I'd be upfront, and this is part of the life. This is part of being a spoonie. This is part of being chronically ill, especially if you have multiple chronic illnesses, is sometimes we frequent the ER. Sometimes we need to, and sometimes, you know, it's a false alarm. Thankfully, this time it was a false alarm. Do I feel sheepish? Yeah, I do. But, as to what happened, is, this month has been chaotic, which is why you're probably going to get 2 videos back to back. Like, your girl, her head is so spun off her shoulders. It's in outer space right now because of everything that needs done, that's going on, and fighting with the pharmacy and fighting with the doctor and the vacation coming back up and finances. Don't get me going on finances right now. I am so fucked. Moving right along. So, Gramps needed to be at the hospital this morning at 8:30 for an endoscopy. Tube down the throat, if I'm mispronouncing the name. Pardon. So, for the past week, I've been feeling really nauseous. I've been feeling, you know, my GERD acting up. And in like the past, I'd say, few days or so, I've been gagging without throwing up, because I will fight not to throw up because of my artificial hip. This girl, when she throws up, it's knees to tits. And with an artificial hip, you can't flex over 90 degrees. I will fight not to puke. So, before we were getting ready to fly out the door, and I'm starting to gag, and I'm like, oh God, like, he doesn't have any other ride. It's me. It's, you know, me or nothing. And I figured, okay, well, I feel the heartburn. I definitely feel the nausea. So I'm just gonna chug some Pepto-Bismol. So I did. Flew out the door. Got him to his appointment. Came back home. Did a little crocheting. Started straightening up a little bit. And went and picked him up when it was time. So this afternoon, I'm going over finances. I'm freaking out over finances. And then I go to the bathroom, and because of how I've been feeling for the past week and, you know, family history of ulcers, I saw some evidence where I thought I had a bleeding ulcer. My Gramps has gone through this twice. As for my Nana, I've heard her always complain about it. Always. She was chugging on down half and half. And, anyways, one of the indicators of a bleeding ulcer is nausea, vomiting, and black tarry stools. I had the black tarry stools, I had the nausea, wasn't vomiting, and, you know, I went and I got my granddad, and I said, dude, I'm so sorry, I know this is so gross, but you've been through this, you have more knowledge in this, I'm I'm flying like clueless in this area. And he went and saw the evidence and he's like, I'm taking you to the ER. That was at 5. They got me in and then ignored me for 2 hours. And then finally got an IV in me and finally got the Zofran I'd been asking for. Especially after explaining that your girl cannot puke, cannot afford to puke. I mean, granted, if it had to happen in the ER, that's the best place for this to happen, to have a dislocated hip, but I don't want to go through that. You know, Dr. Bo worked his ass off on my hip. I ain't going to try and trash it. So the diagnosis is, drum roll please, acute gastritis with hemorrhage unspecified. But when I was talking to the nurse, she double checked that I didn't take anything. That, you know, I didn't have like a total bender on booze or whatever, or added aspirin or anything. I know, you know, between alcohol and aspirin plus blood thinners, that is a very, very, very bad mix. You asking for it. So this is another reason why I rarely drink. I only drink around my birthday week or on my birthday, and I did so. And after that, ain't happening. Maybe once in a blue moon out of the entire year, I'll have one, and it's probably a beer. None of the hard shit. Even though I like my tequila and bleh. English. I'm sorry. Even though I like my tequila, my little Jose Cuervo, and I like my Jack Daniels. Ain't no full drink for me. Okay, maybe a little rum chata. But it's rare. So she's like, well, did you take anything this morning? I'm like, well, I was in a hurry to get my granddad, you know, off to his appointment here. So I figured 2 like swallows of Pepto-Bismol was just going to have to do until I got home and took my medicine. Because I just got back from Oregon from seeing Mel, and I hadn't unpacked my bags yet, and I didn't want to go through, and because it's also pillbox night, I didn't want to go through and start digging through my meds to try and find the famotidine, which is the antacid. Yeah. It was the Pepto, guys. This is what drives me crazy. I never know if it's my body being a dick or if it's my fuck up or it's just, do I need to go? Don't I need to go? It's so many frustrating aspects of being sick that I don't think any healthy person understands or will get. They don't get. Okay, maybe they'll get a little bit of the finances, but they won't get the, added finances to get the medical shit that the insurance won't cover or the doctor won't cover. They don't. It's just so frustrating, and it's just a fuck my life day. Yeah. But yeah, I've rambled. I've posted this. I don't know. Post down below on the times that you felt you needed to go to the ER and it was correct, or you felt you needed to go to the ER and it turned out to be something simple, which thank God this turned out to be something simple. I ain't trying to add a 10th fucking chronic illness to my fucking life right now. And, yeah. Let me know the treatment, how you got it. Was it worth it? And all that fun stuff that comes with it. All right, spoonies. I love you. I'm going to post up my last electrolysis video and then this one. And then, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this electrolysis session or not due to finances. I am just so fucking tired of things being difficult. But anyways, I hope y'all have a flare-free day, and if you don't, I hope it's very short-lived and you find some relief soon. I love you guys. I'm going to go take some special medicine, chill the fuck out, and watch Netflix while I still have it. All right? Love y'all. Bye.